Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series. Hey guys, it's Adam here and welcome to PlayLoad. This is all of my video game pickups for July 2014. And before I go straight into it, the reason I did this, when I said all, was because I have been in Europe for the past couple of weeks, and I picked up a lot of really cool stuff over there. There were some really generous people there, that's all I'm going to say for now. And I decided that everything I picked up over there will not be included in this video because I made a bunch of video game tour videos and so on over there, and I figured it would be a lot cooler to show you that stuff throughout the course of the month rather than just plop everything down now and be like, here it is. So keep an eye out for that. So what this video will contain is everything I had picked up prior to my trip, and so I will warn you, it'll probably be the shortest PlayLoad ever. Now, if you'd seen my 25,000 subscriber special, then I had mentioned all of this, and I don't blame you if you didn't. You know, I mean, nobody really wants to watch a guy be like, hey guys, thanks for watching. But I did say it all there. So since a lot of people don't watch those, I do want to apologize if I haven't been able to reply to comments and stuff. What I had done was I made a bunch of videos prior to my trip that came out on a timed release, and that's why it gave the impression that I was still around, even though I was not. And I do apologize if anyone was upset that I was not replying to comments. It really was just that I had set up a lot of stuff in advance and just was not here to post comments. And it's crazy to think that I explained this in my 25,000 subscriber video, and at the time I post this, I'm just shy of 30,000, if not already there. So thank you guys, everybody, welcome aboard, and let's get on with it. Enough of this crap. Let's talk about what we all want to talk about, which is pickups. This is the Hanzo. Now, I did do a video on this already, so I won't give too much detail, but in short, it's a VGA box for the Sega Dreamcast. You know, you connect it to your Dreamcast, and then connect this part to your TV or monitor, and you get a beautiful 480p image out of the Sega Dreamcast. It is absolutely phenomenal. I can't recommend it enough. If you're interested, first of all, watch my review so you can get all the juicy details, but you can buy it at baharbros.com. It comes out of Turkey, and it is handmade. It is really very nice. Next up is the Wii U gamepad high capacity battery. This is a replacement battery for the gamepad for the Wii U. Now, the video I did on this actually came out maybe a week ago, but I shot it like 3 weeks ago. So there's two updates I want to give to that video if you saw it. One is that I was unsure all the countries that it came out in. I knew it came out in Japan and I knew it came out in the UK. However, I was not sure if it came out in the rest of Europe. I can now confirm it for you that it did. I did not see it over there personally, but I did come out. A lot of people told me that. The other thing I was unsure of was its ability. It's the longevity of the battery, meaning the old battery, I know I personally experienced this a lot. When you plug it in, you'd fully charge it, and then you'd walk away for like 2 days, not use it. You'd come back and it would already be dead, even if you never actually used it all the way through. It would need to be charged again. This one has not been charged in 3 weeks. But right before I shot this video, I turned on my gamepad and it worked perfectly fine. So it does retain a charge. So I'm very happy about that, and I just wanted to add that a little amendment to the video. But if you want to see the full review, I of course will link it, and you can check it out all for yourself and see all the nice, awesome information on the official Nintendo Wii U gamepad high capacity battery. Moving on, a PS1. Now, I did a video earlier this month where I cleaned this up. I picked it up at a Savers. It was like $5. It was really nothing significant. I have PS1s. This is nothing special to me. I only got this to make a video for you guys. So I hope you checked that out. I hope it helped you learn how to clean one of these up. And that's really all I have to say on it. Metal Gear Rising for the Xbox 360. Technically, I ordered this in late June of 2014. It did not arrive until the beginning of July. I have not played it. I am a fan of the Metal Gear series. I just have not had the time, although I've not heard particularly great things about this one. I know it's not Metal Gear Solid per se. Getting this was a tad serendipitous because of something I was given when I was in Europe. So it's very odd. I think serendipity is probably the best way to put serendipitous. Yes, let's go with that. It's probably the best way to describe the fact that I happened to pick this up right before my trip. But what am I referring to? You'll have to wait and see in a future video. But yeah, there you go. Metal Gear Rising for the Xbox 360. Highway 2000 for the Sega Saturn. I am still on my quest to pick up a full US set of Sega Saturn games. It is obviously a very daunting task. This is the only one I picked up this month. The reasoning I specifically picked up this one is my most recent video, at the time I make this video, well, prior to this video, is about a Sega Saturn VCD card and what it can do to enhance video quality on the Sega Saturn, or what it would have had the potential to do. The Japanese version of this game supports that, and I picked up this one so I would at least be able to show it in the video and compare it. This is just the American version of the game. The American version is not as good. This is it just has racing, whereas the Japanese version has the racing, and it also has like occasional video clips of attractive Japanese women. So I guess you got to give it the nod. But yeah, that's why I picked this one up, just to motivate myself to make that video. Nothing really special about that. The Last of Us remastered for the PS4. Now this is, of course, I think we all know what The Last of Us is, yet I am the last of us to actually play it. I have not played this game, even though I've had the PS3 version basically since it came out. I've never found the time. I really want to, and I guess it kind of works to my advantage, because now I'll be able to play the PS4 version, which, obviously was the definitive edition. It has all of the improvements they put into it and all the DLC and all that. Now the cool thing about this is that it was free. Machinima, yes, that Machinima, sent this to us for my other channel, Game Society Pimps. Occasionally we make videos for their main channel and for Machinima Respawn and so on. And from time to, generally they'll let us play whatever we want to make a video, but every once in a while they're specific, you need to do this game, and then they just go ahead and mail us the game, which is, so they went ahead and sent it to us. And as the only member of Game Society with a PS4, de facto, I get this, and that's awesome. So we also did the video on it. It's already posted, so you can go ahead and check that out if you're interested. Moving on, though. I almost said The Last of Us again. That would be wrong. This is Yakuza 1 and 2 HD for the PlayStation 3. Now, the Yakuza series is a fan favorite series that has never been super popular in the West, though it does have its fans. It's like the spiritual successor to Shenmue in a lot of ways. Kind of like Shenmue meets GTA a little bit. It's very popular in Japan. Does very well there. They're actually, I think, already on the 6th game, and they've had more spin-offs and so on. In the West, Sega of America and Sega of Europe have all but stopped giving a crap about it, which is unfortunate. So this release was basically taking the first 2 games and re-releasing them in HD, as would obviously imply. I wish they had released this here, but they did not. So, of course, it does not have the English subtitles or the English dubbing, so playing it is rather limited. Of course, the PS3 is region-free, so the option is there. So when I bought this, I was kind of thinking, I don't know how many of you guys ever do this, but I've done it before, where if there's a game I really like, and they released the definitive edition in some other region with no intention of releasing it here, I'll be like, okay, my plan, which is kind of an investment plan, not a financial investment, of course, but just an investment, a long-term plan, where I'll say, all right, I'm going to beat the crap out of the version that I did get. I'm going to know it backwards and forwards. Then I'm going to replay the other version, the more definitive edition, and just get through it, even though I don't understand the language. That way I can enjoy the game in a whole new way. Do any of you guys ever do that? Am I the only one who does that? Now, the problem with that method is that I haven't actually played Yakuza 1 and 2 enough to even be close to that point. But I do hope to be able to do that, so that's why I picked this up. Because this is starting to become harder to find. I wouldn't say rare, but harder, especially since it's now apparent that this is not coming out in the West. So, now along that line, I picked up this. What is it? Oh my god, it's the exact same game, Yakuza 1 and 2 HD, but this time for the Wii U. What? Why did I do that? Adam, are you stupid? You just got it. That was already dumb enough. Why'd you do this? Well, it is pretty stupid in a sense, because the Wii U is not region-free, which I knew. I knew that going in. I also knew the language wasn't any different. Again, knew all that going in. So you're sitting there being like, I am going to come over and punch you in the face, because why would you do something that stupid? I did it for a different type of investment reason, kind of the financial one. The thing about this is, the Wii U is one of those systems, at least to me, it's becoming one of those systems where you just get a vibe from it, where you kind of want to collect for it regardless. I don't know if you guys ever feel that feeling either, but the Dreamcast did that to me. I just was like, oh, I gotta get the entire collection, and I did. The Sega Saturn does that to me, so I've been working on that. The Atari Jaguar CD never did that to me, but somehow I ended up with a complete set. There's only 14 games, so that's probably why. N-Gage didn't really do that to me, but somehow I'm only one away. I don't know. Sometimes you just walk into these things. I don't know. But the Wii U is kind of doing that to me. I'm kind of like, oh, I really want as many Wii U games as I can get. Now, this one is definitely a Japanese exclusive. They are most certainly never bringing this to North America or Europe, because they won't even bring the ones that sell well to North America and Europe. This one, in the only market where Yakuza does well, sold like crap. Now, finding exact sales numbers and production numbers on a game that was only released in Japan that has no intention of coming here was not exactly easy to do. So forgive me if this turns out to be wrong in the long run, but the only number I could ever find was 2,000. Supposedly, Sega only produced 2,000 copies of this, only shipped 2,000 copies. Yes, 2,000. That's it, 2,000. And shipped them. And perhaps that's as many as they sold, or that's as many as were shipped. I don't exactly know. But the number they always kick around is 2,000. Anyway, so the idea is, this is probably going to be very, very rare at some point, if not already. I bought it on Play Asia for like 40 bucks. It might be 50 or 60 now. I don't know exactly, because, yeah, that was the end of June when I ordered it. It didn't get here until early July. So really, there's not much I can do with this, because, of course, the Wii U is not region-free. And I wouldn't understand the language anyway. So it's really just going to sit there and look good and hopefully become worth something someday. Kind of like, I'm not going to go so far as to say, oh, it might be the next Panzer Dragoon Saga, but you never know. This just I kind of get that vibe from it. Like, it's probably going to be worth something at some point. And yes, I did open it because I don't keep stuff sealed, because you might as well just look at photographs at that point. Inside... That's the inside of a Japanese Wii U game. The cases are not exactly black. They're like an extremely dark gray. They do say Nintendo on there. It's not like just a stock DVD case. But yeah, that was another reason to pick it up, was just so I could have a cool Wii U import in the off chance that Nintendo ever updates the console and removes the region coding. It'd just be nice to have something. And it looks like it supports the gamepad in some cool ways, so that could be pretty cool. But, yeah, guys, I told you that was it. It was going to be a short one. Lots of cool stuff coming up later this month, but again, didn't want to show it in this video. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later.